Joined once again by Joe and the Fisho, and we're going to take a look at that win from Roccat. Let's take a look at the comms from both sides. A lot of late game elements, but for Roccat, once again, a very strong mid-game core coming in.
It seems to be what Roccat always aims for. Strong mid-game, so they get some first bloods early game for Jankos, as always. Get a goal lead, use it in the mid-game, and once they actually close out the game, it looks awesome. Against the Lions yesterday, where they did manage to close it out, of course, you can always look at the tactic and say, was it too much mid-game, or was it just them not playing aggressive enough? Today they did, and when you have a good mid-game come, when you get the lead, like they did here, it works.
And I think it's great to see, we heard Jankos say that they had a chat about what happened against the Lions yesterday. And it was a very similar build-up almost, but this game they closed it out much, much quicker, looked a lot more confident, and that's the Roccat that are going to win more and more games.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's touch on the first bloods for a second. The Fisho, you used to be in a pro team. Is that something you can learn at all? Because he just said, you know, I just do it.
Well, you don't really aim to get the first blood unless you do like a level 1 tactic where you invade him and like this guy always stands here, goes AFK, we kill him. But it's more because Jankos is so aggressive early game and he's very good at knowing where to gank. So, of course, it's communication with his laners. It's like Overpower saying, this guy's overextended, he keeps trading with me, he keeps going forward. We can set it up very easily, and you can embed it, and then Jankos comes in for the first blood. So it's about his laners communicating to him, and then just him as a very good jungler, knowing I can go in here to this guy, I can go whatever lane it is, I know exactly what to do, especially on Elise, where he picks up most of the first bloods. We saw it again this game, and therefore he gets them. I mean, you don't really pre-plan it, saying we need to get first blood or we're done. I mean, it's not how it works.
Yeah, and I was actually quite surprised at the end when I asked him about the playoff, and he's like, you know, we just want to prove we're the best team in Europe, which is a huge difference of how we used to talk to them and they were kind of down, Joe. It's like really setting themselves up and saying we are the best team here in Europe.
And that's the thing, if you think back to the spring split where Roccat did so incredibly well, even then they're the really humble guys, you know, they'll never go out there and say we're the best. They'll always say we want to be the best, we want to prove that they're the best. And I think even if they won the playoffs, they'd still say we'd like to be the best. We're not, you know, we won playoffs, but are we really the best? I'm not sure. And that's, I think, really nice to see from them. But as you said, the change really from being completely unconfident to looking so insecure about all their plays, which they did yesterday as well, let's not forget. But there's two very different sides of Roccat, a confident, strong, quickly closing out games Roccat, and there's a very unsafe Roccat that dawdles a little bit and can end up losing games.
And I'm not sure if SUPA HOT CREW is the complete opposite here, and they maybe think too highly of themselves and believe they're going to the game against Roccat here and they can just do whatever they want and they're going to win it. Because if you look at the way they played this game today, it was very strange. Like they didn't really respect Roccat in any way, didn't respect the ganks from Jankos. Impaler and Rengar didn't do anything. They know Jankos loves to gank early game, and you pick Rengar against it, where you need to farm to level 6 before you can really join in. And once you even hit level 6, you did nothing in the entire game, pretty much. And also, if you do look at the way they play, they kept looking for the fights as well, or at least get caught up by Roccat, even though they were weak in the mid-game and knew they just had to wait. Selfie even built like Archangel staff, Athenes, because he knew he wasn't going to get any blue buffs just to sit and wave clear. It means, okay, we're just going to sit here for now 15, 20 minutes, not walk into the Baron, not walk into the Dragon and die. Again, Impaler, he walks into the Dragon, it's already gone. Just walks in, gets hooked by Vander, dies again. And it's just very weird, and it seems, I wouldn't say disrespectful, but at least like SUPA HOT CREW a little bit underestimated Roccat and the way they could play here and figured they could just pick whatever comp late game they want and it would be fine.
Yeah, some strange decisions there from the SUPA HOT CREW. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Now let's head back over to Demon and QuickShot as we get into